Hello students, I extend a very hearty welcome to all of you to EPG Pathshala. Myself, Professor Sampath Kumar Swami, working as Professor at Department of Tourism Management in Indira Gandhi National Tribal University, Amarkantak. Today, you will be listening from me on a very important topic, namely travel business through the ages. After completing this module, students will be able to understand the origin and concept of travel and tourism through different centuries, technological upgradation in travel and tourism, growth of travel and tourism in the 21st century. Introduction. Adam and Eve are considered as the oldest travelers on earth. Traveling has been an integral part of human being since the dawn of the time. The story of history of travel begins with our early ancestors, specifically the types of human known as the Homo erectus, who lived about 2 million years ago up until 1,50,000 years. Homo erectus was remarkably unique and sophisticated in number of ways. This was the first type of human to control fire and first to use stone tools. It is also observed in the travel history that next phase in the history of travel was sparked by people and remaining in one place. The reason for this was the invention of agriculture, otherwise known as Neolithic Revolution, arguably the most important development in the human history to date. It would go on to evolve independently in locations around the world, but the first example we know was about 10,000 years ago in an area called the Fertile Crescent, which on today's map comprises of Egypt, Israel, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria and Iraq. As the seasons changed and animals migrated, people also traveled to survive. As transportation was not adequate, early travelers moved on foot. They were limited to quite small geographical areas. Dictionary meaning of travel says that to move from one place to another or from one point to another. The word hospitality predates the use of the word tourism and first appeared in the 14th century. It is derived from the Latin hospes, which encompasses the words guest, host and foreigner. Ladict 2014. The word tourist appeared in print much later in 1772, Griffiths 1772. William Theobald suggests that the word tour comes from Greek and Latin words for circle and turn, and that tourism and tourist represent the activity of circling away from home and then returning. Theobald 1998. The origin of the word tourist dates back to the year 1292 AD. Tourism or tourist word is related to the word tour, which is derived from the Latin word turnus. It means a tool for describing a circle or a turner's wheel. It is from the word turnus, or the notion of a round tour or a package tour has come in Vec. In 1643, the term was first used in the state of going round or travelling from place to place around an excursion, a journey including visits to many places in circuit or sequence, circuitous journey embracing the principal places of country or region. In olden days, travelling and tourism activities were entirely confined to wealthy and elite classes. Early travellers largely sought to learn the art, language, scientific and philosophical pursuits. People also used to travel for cultural exploration. It was the Greek and Romans and the upper class who took pride in artistic and philosophical pursuits. As civilization expanded and spread, geographical travel becomes a necessity. Phoenicians, Olympians, early Chinese travelers moved from trade and military control. Historical background. When we look at the contribution of travel, the contribution of Babylonians, Sumerians is very prominent in trade and money. Trades developed around 400 BC. Sumerians were also credited as the founders of travel business, and the Egyptians were the first to introduce cruises. The first journey for tourism activity was conducted by Queen Hatshepsut to Punt in 1480. Early Egyptians have a practice of purchasing souvenirs from the place that they visit. Egyptians were also fond of celebrating festivals. The early roads were built in Mesopotamia, followed by Romans, who built roads for military purpose. It was developed around 150 BC. Romans used cobblestone for the construction of the roads, and many of the roads are still used today. With the opening of the Silk Route, where the East made the West trade and commerce become more prominent to major parts of Asia. The Olympic Games started in the 770 BC. It was a grand gathering in every 4 years, and it has become one of the most sought after event by the people of that time. The concept of lodging also started gaining momentum during the last time. The classical world saw the travel accounts of Herodotus, and he is considered as the first travel writer. Phoenicians were master in shipbuilding, and they are able to build a network of trading posts around the Mediterranean. Greeks followed the Phoenicians and expanded the trade during the Dark Age only. The adventurous people will undertake travel, and travel was not a pleasure activity. After the Dark Age, the pilgrimage became popular, and passport was born in 1388, and permits and permissions are needed for pilgrimage travel. The rise of tour guides came about in the 14th century. Pilgrimages paved way for different accommodation facilities, followed by people started visiting places of interest like Great Pyramids of Egypt, Hanging Garden of Babylon, statue of Zeus at Olympia, Great Lighthouse in Alexandria, and Temple of Artemis in Ephesus. The Empire era started from the time of Egyptians to the Greeks and finally come to an end with the fall of the Roman Empire. During this time, people began traveling in large numbers for governmental, educational, commercial, and religious purpose. The major factor that influences people to travel during the Empire era was a affluent population with time and money for travel, safe and easy travel, widely accepted currencies, widely used languages, legal system which protects personal safety. Greeks were the first who shaped the modern day travel. Pleasure travel was also popular. Development of travel took a facelift during the Romans. Chunks of middle class family from Rome were traveling group. For that reason, they have given prior importance to excellent roads, transportation and communication system. For their convenience, they even built guest houses. The Middle Age and the Renaissance era, with the fall of the Empire era, the Renaissance era and Middle Age 5th to 14th, and the Renaissance era 14th to 16th century. It all started in the Florence, a province in the Italy, and of the rest of the Europe followed it. This period was a movement on learning that based on cultural sources, including the widespread educational reform. It marked a drastic change in the society and in behavior of masses. In Europe, society begins to realize the importance, and individuals began to move out of their home and started to visit far-off places. But there was a psychological fear within tourists of the bandits on the way towards destination who were robbing tourists. The conditions of road were also not good, slightly of rocky pathways. The wealthy travelers moved by horses and wagons with guns and ammunition for their protection and faster mode of transportation on the way. The roadside inns were started to build for tourists to take rest. These inns don't having adequate amenities, though travelers had no choice other than to take service facilities. In these inns, 2 or 3 strange travelers were given a single room to share and accommodate. The medieval travelers also had awful fear of pirates among them about their lives and valuables, though it was not safe, but missionaries, merchants, soldiers, pilgrims and students were preferring sea travel. In some parts of Europe, people were using island water bodies for short distance travel. During this period, traveling took a back seat as traveling has become dangerous and erratic. The feudal system came into existence, which resulted in different autonomous sphere. Hardly it is found that some crusaders travelled to Holy Land. Marco Polo's historical travel took place in the 13th century. During the Renaissance era, a rebirth in travel took place. The trade and commerce took greater relief, followed by kings and queens took geographical areas under their control. Trade routes began to reopen as commercial activities started gaining momentum. People started showing more interest in travelling and commerce. The Grand Tour era. The Grand Tour era began in 1613 and ended in 1785 AD. The Grand Tour was a trendsetter for luxurious travel started by the elite Europeans. For many people, travelling was considered as a status symbol. The aim of the travel was to experience civilized world, also for education. The Grand Tour era witnessed a rapid growth in travel business. The custom flourished from 1660 until the advent of the large-scale rail transport in the year 1840. The primary value of the Grand Tour, it was believed in the exposure both to the cultural legacy of classical antiquity and the Renaissance and to the aristocratic and fashionably polite society of the European continent. In addition, it provided the only opportunity to view specific works of art and possibly the only chance to hear certain music. A grand tour could last from several months to several years. It was commonly undertaken in the company of a cicerone, a knowledgeable guide or a tutor. Cicerone, a knowledgeable guide or a tutor. The mobility era. The mobility era began in 1800 AD and ended in 1944 AD. Witnessed the growing economic prosperity, increase in transport system that includes roads, rails and steamship. Tour packages started to be designed for mass tourists. Aviation and automobile expanded freedom to travel. In 1841, Thomas Cook organized the first tour for a group of 570 to attend a temperance rally in Leicester in England. The trip was completed with a picnic lunch and brass band. The success of the first trip made Thomas Cook to venture for making travel assistance and arrangements that led Cook into the full-time business in providing travel services in the world for the first time. The modern era started from 1944 AD to till today was the advent of paid vacations introduced in the early 1900s, made leisure travel possibly for the working and middle classes. Many people crossed international boundaries. Post-war development made mass ownership of automobiles possible. With the advent of jet airplanes, the traveling distance shortened. Time, money, safety and interest in travel led to unparalleled growth in tourism. With that, development of mass tourism took place. The modern era is also associated with internet evolution. It has affected almost all segments of human life, though the beginning of the period had some topsy-turvy ground due to terrorist attacks on World Trade Centers in the USA and Indian Parliament that raised high concern over security issues. The added fuel were the crisis in Middle East, which resulted impact the fuel cost and air travel. A large number of low-cost air carriers launched in the market, including the subsidiaries of the major airlines. This leads to increase in seat capacity, reduce in-flight service and paperless tickets, facilitated low-cost airlines to reduce fare and be competitive. Due to frequent terrorist attacks, the tourists started to prefer shorter vacations like European tour, Australia and Far East holiday destinations, etc., ranging from 1 week to 10 days that became popular. The other operations such as rail and automobiles have remained unchanged, but booking rail tickets have become much easier and less time taking. As of now, tickets were started to book through internet. Electronic and internet tickets have begun to replace paper tickets. At the airport, tele-check-in and check-out have reduced long lines. Internet services were used to research about destination details. Before buying travel, for checking in before airport departure and even downloading destination travel maps, The magic internet is used by both traveler and agent to access information from the same database, making tourists well informed ever before. Internet telephone calls, net to phone, brought people closer as long as distance calls rate were lowest ever. Key milestones: 20th and 21st century development. 1908, Ford introduced the motor car. 1919, commercial air service began. 1936, fast Bounty Lines holiday camp opened. 1938, Holidays with Pay Act. 1939 to 45, Second World War. 1949, first package tour was organized by Vladimir Reich to Corsica with 32 passengers on DC-3 aeroplane. 1949, first British fully jet-powered passenger aircraft, the De Havilland Comet. 1954, De Havilland air service suspended after two early models crashed. 1954, Boeing 707 passenger aircraft introduced. 1959, Boeing 707 got into commercial service. 1963, Boeing 727 introduced. 1969, Boeing 747 jumbo jet introduced, capable of seating 500 passengers. 1969, Development of Tourism Act. 1976, collaboration between Air France and British Airways produced Concorde. 1979, exchange control restrictions lifted, allowing holidaymakers to take more money out of the country. 1986, Anglo-French Channel Tunnel Treaty signed. 1993, deregulation of European skies. 1994, Channel Tunnel opened. 2001, fast non-stop flight around the world without refueling. 2003, Concorde taken out of service. 2004, European Union accession, now 25 states. 2005, introduction of the Airbus A380, capable of carrying 800 passengers. Leisure travel. Leisure is defined as time away from unpleasant obligation. Stebbins, 2001. Distinguishes three types of leisure: serious leisure, casual leisure, and project-based leisure. Serious leisure constitutes three kinds: career, volunteering, hobbyist, activist, amateur pursuits. Casual leisure is fleeting and offers no leisure career. Project-based leisure is free time dedicated to a leisure project. This type of leisure is fixed in time, unlike a hobby. The leisure domain also includes a fourth domain, that of leisure travel, tourism. Leisure travel takes place outside one normal environment. It includes at least one overnight stay elsewhere, as per the UNWTO 1995. Leisure travel was associated with Industrial Revolution in the United Kingdom. UK is the first country to provide leisure holidays to the increasing industrial population. In the initial stage, this is applied to the owners of machinery of production. The economic oligarchy, factory owners and traders. This group comprises the new middle class. The British origin of the industry is reflected in many places. In France, one of the best established holiday resorts on the French Riviera along the seafront is known to this day as Promenade des Anglais. Besides this, many other historic resorts in continental Europe have names like Hotel Bristol, Hotel Carlton, and Hotel Majestic, reflecting the dominance of English travelers. Winter tourism. The concept of international winter tourism started in the mid-19th century. It is believed that winter tourism was born in St. Moritz in 1864, although it is acknowledged that Swiss were not the inventors of skiing. It is well documented that St. Moritz, Graubünden, became the cradle of developing winter tourism. It was, however, in the year 1970s when winter tourism took over the lead from summer tourism in many of the Swiss ski resorts, and it is observed that in winters half of the hotel occupancy consists of non-skiers. Mass tourism. The term mass tourism is briefly used for pre-scheduled tours for groups of people who travel for similar purpose, that is recreation or sightseeing, etc. In the early years of the 20th century, tourism continued to expand as a consequence of increasing wealth, interest and outgoing attitudes and improvement of people's transport. Technological advancement in transport further enhances the travelling ability of the common masses. Tourism becomes business. Cox and King, the first known travel agency, was founded in 1758 AD when Richard Cox became official travel agent of the British Royal Armed Forces. Almost 100 years later, in June 1841, Thomas Cook opened the first leisure travel agency designed to help Britons improve their lives by seeing the world and participating in the temperance movement. In 1845, he ran his first commercial package tour, complete with cost-effective railway tickets and a printed guide. The continued popularity of rail travel and the emergence of the automobile presented additional milestones in the development of tourism. In fact, a long journey taken by Carl Benn's wife in 1886 served to kick off interest in auto travel and helped to publicize his budding car company, which would one day become Mercedes-Benz. Fast forward to 1952 with the first commercial air flights from London, England to Johannesburg, South Africa and Colombo, Sri Lanka, and the dawn of the jet age, which many herald as the start of the modern tourism industry. The 1950s also saw the creation of Club Mediterranean and similar club holiday destinations. The precursor of today's all-inclusive resorts, the decade that followed is considered to have been a significant period in tourism development as more travel companies came onto the scene. Increasing competition for customers and moving toward mass tourism, introducing new destinations and modes of holidaying. At the same time, the industry began a massive technological shift as increased internet use revolutionized travel services. Though the 2000s online booking grew exponentially, and by 2014 global leader Expedia had expanded to include brands such as Hotels.com, the Hotwire Group, Trivago and Expedia cruise ship centers earning revenues of over $4.7 million, Expedia Inc. 2013. But as is observed today, you can already see the impacts of the global tourism industry today are impressive and far-reaching. Summary: Sumerians were also credited as the founders of travel business. The Egyptians were the first to introduce cruises. The first journey for tourism activity was conducted by Queen Hatshepsut to Punt in 1480. Early Egyptians had a practice of purchasing souvenirs from the place that they visited. The empire era started from the time of Egyptians to the Greeks and finally came to an end with the fall of the Roman Empire. During this time, people began traveling in large numbers, governmental, educational and commercial and religious purpose. With the fall of the empire era, the Renaissance era and Middle Ages, 5th to 14th and the Renaissance era, 14th to 16th centuries. During the Renaissance era, a rebirth in travel took place. People started showing more interest in traveling and commerce. The Grand Tour era, 1613 to 1785 AD, Grand Tour was a trendsetter for luxurious travel started by the elite Europeans. For many people, traveling was considered as a status symbol. The aim of travel was to experience civilized world and also for education. The Grand Tour era witnessed rapid growth in travel business. The mobility era witnessed the growing economic prosperity, increased in transport system. Tour packages started to be designed for tourists. Aviation and automobile expanded freedom to travel. Modern era started with the advent of paid vacations and that made leisure travel possible for the working and middle classes. Many people crossed international boundaries. The modern era is also associated with invention of internet. It has affected almost all segments of human life. With this, I would like to conclude this presentation. Many thanks to all of you.